is Om. And we prescribe that as a way for purifying the mind, concentrating the mind, and also introverting the mind. We prescribe 6 steps for that. The first step is you must do Omkara aloud. It's called Vachikam. And in Jnana Bindu Upanishad, 3 methods are described. One is Hasvam, Om, 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 Om. And another is Dirgham. You do it in such a way that it appears as if the sound is coming from deep from the novel. Oh. When you do it that way, 2 things are happening. One is the stomach goes within. It is called by Hatha Yogis Ujjana Bandha. That is, Ujjana Bandha is happening. And simultaneously, Kumbhaka also takes place. The breathing stops. So this is the advantage of doing this Dirgha Omkara. And individually, each Omkara has got a duration. Usually it will be 10 to 12 seconds. Om. But suppose you increase it, the duration, it is good. We have to increase. So that is what we say. You increase the duration of each Om to 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. 30 seconds means half a minute only. And so on. As long as you are saying, oh, so long you will be in Kumbhaka state with Ujjana Bandha. And that helps you to still the mind. That is our aim. Our aim is to still the mind. And here indirectly it is happening, even though you are doing Omkara only. And Om means, it is the name of the Satchidananda Parabrahman, according to Upanishads, according to Bhagavad Gita also. And so if you repeat that, what happens? Suppose I call you, Rajaji, please come here. You will come. Rajaji alone will come. I pray to Krishna, Krishna will come. I pray to Rama, Rama will come. Now here, Om is the nameless, formless being, Satchidananda Parabrahman. If you call and invite him, he will come and make his presence felt by you. He is there, readily available. So you will feel his presence. So this is Vachikam. And the same thing must be done with palms, gently, without making noise. That is an intermediate stage. Gradually go to a more subtle stage called the Manasika Japam, or Chitta Japam it is called. Omkara is done, but with the mind. How to do that? Just imagine that you are doing Dirgha Omkara and it will happen. How do you know it is happening? The stomach will go within and Kumbhaka will be there. In fact, every act is done by only the mind, Sankalpa. And here, only Sankalpa is there, and it will happen. Don't make any noise, but it will be done. And the 4th thing is, you have to hear the Anahata Nada. Sound is going on. Inside, Anahata Nadam. God is doing your japa. And for that, they say, close your eyes and ears and so on, so that external things may not disturb you. And now you take the mind within, deep. It is the Shanmuga Mudra which is described. There is several 4 or 5 mudras they describe for these purposes. And you put both the fingers inside the ears. Put the forefinger on the hair, on the eyes, closed eyes. The remaining below the nostrils and the mouth. And you must center your attention entirely inside. You just hear. You don't do anything. Even with the mind, you should not do anything. Simply hear. From deep within, Anahata Nada will come, they say. Well, what it is, you try and see for yourself. And the next step is, well, you just hear the sound, not only sound, but you can see some lights also. Nada bindu kalatito, vyomatito, they say. And then there is Sunya, Akasha. No, nothing is visible, no lights, nothing, no sounds. And then the next step is become aware of awareness. You are there, always. This I am. I am is Sat and Chit, exists in an awareness. It is there. Now you turn your attention fully on that. After the Nada Anusandhanam, now you close your eyes and center your attention on your own awareness. But then, if this can be done in a different way, it will be more effective. Keep your eyes open, but don't look outside. Turn your mind within and center your attention on your awareness. The awareness that is shining in the eyes. Where is that I am in the waking state? In the eyes. You see the eyes of a person, you know what that person is, what character he has got. As soon as a person comes, say he's got donga chopur, that is, he looks like a thief, he is looking this way and that way. And say, by looking at his eyes, we say something about, oh, how angry it is, or how peaceful Shanta is, Ananda. By looking at the eyes, we recognize something. You look at the eyes of a child, how innocent it is, let's say. So also, some eyes look blank. It's called pichichugu, mad eyes, mad sight. And these avadhutas become like that. And that is what the Yogi Ramaih was described by. But the Papa Ramdas, blank eyes, he is not looking outside. Eyes are there, it's open, but he doesn't see anything outside. It is turned within, centered only on awareness. And that was the condition of Yogi Ramaih in the last stages, the last 10 years. He was not doing anything sitting there. Ordinary people think, oh, he is sitting there. But actually he is not keeping quiet or sitting. He is sitting, but centered his attention on the awareness everywhere. It looks like ordinary for ordinary people, extraordinary for extraordinary people. Papa Ramdas is seeing something else for me. He sees a person who is centered in awareness. Introverted sight, he says. He describes that. Now, so, this Prajna Pratyavishna we call this. Prajna means awareness. Pratyaksha means directly. See, Ramana's path is called direct path. Now, when that European came, for the first European who came to him, what is this? Huh?
Paul Brunton.
No, not Paul Brunton.
Before Paul Brunton.
No, in 1911 he came. Paul Brunton came in 1930s.
Somerset Maugham, no.
No, I will tell you name. I just recall it. And he gave him this particular instruction. Observe the observer. Whatever happens, don't turn our attention on what's happening around. Observe the observer. See that? That is, center your attention on I am awareness. Keep your eyes open. Observe the observer. Here, go within and center your attention on your own awareness. This is the thing. The advantage in this type of doing is, when you keep your eyes open, normally whatever you see will come into it. You see the picture of that particular object is in front of you. But now you are turning your mind within. If you really turn your mind within, because it is not visible from outside, the object in front becomes hazy. And if it completely is withdrawn, it disappears. You will not be able to see any objects. Eyes are open, but the mind is not going outside but inside. This can be practiced. And yogis, when they go into samadhi, they keep their eyes open, but they don't see anything outside. They have centered their attention in awareness. Huh?
Is that the same as deep sleep?
It is like when you go deep within and center fully and concentrated on awareness only, well, it is like deep sleep condition. You feel ananda, peace, and so on. But then you know that your mind is not going outside. How? You don't see anything, any object in front. See the story of Parikshit Maharaja. He goes for hunting after a deer, and one gentleman, one Muni was sitting there, and he was keeping his eyes open. So he asked him, the deer has come, which way did it go? No answer. And he asked thrice, no answer. He became angry. They put a dead snake there, put on to insult him, and went away. And the son of that Muni, Shrungi, he has come. When he saw that his father was insulted, he simply cursed him. Whoever has done this meaningless act, well, he will die by snake bite within a week. Now, for all this, he came to normal condition. And then he admonished his son, why do you do that? He is our king. Even if he has done a mistake, he should not have done this. And then he sent word to him and all that. Now, what has happened? He is so considerate to the king. And yet, when he asked something, he did not reply at all. Why? Because even though his eyes are open, he is not seeing outside. Even though he has got ears, he is not hearing. What happened? The mind is completely withdrawn. and totally immersed in its own awareness. So this is a very efficient exercise. It is a 3-in-1 exercise.
One question.
One, if you succeeds one in this, you got asana siddhi, and the mind becomes still and centered on awareness, and that is the goal we have. You are awareness, you remain as awareness. You are the self, be the self. Says Ramana Maharishi. Now then we come to the final stage, Brahma Bhavana. This awareness of which we are talking now, of which we say is manifested in this I am, which is now centered in this small area, everything means only this area. Now we expand by visualizing the stars, galaxies, the sun, solar system. Everywhere there is awareness, awareness and awareness. This is Brahman. That is Paramatma, this is Jivatma. So this is realization, this is uniting our Paramatma with the Jivatma. Actually there is no uniting everywhere, always it is united. And only we realize that only Paramatma is there. Jivatma is not there. It is a wave in the ocean, it merges in the ocean and there it ends. I am disappears. And Ramakrishna Paramhansa gives that example of the fellow who wants to dive into the ocean. And also he gives the example of the salt doll entering the ocean.
Tell us those stories. Tell us the example.
The salt doll, it wanted to measure the depth of the ocean. So it went and jumped into the ocean. That's all. It never came out because it dissolved. The salt doll dissolved in the ocean. So also the Jivatma wants to know about Paramatma. It centers its attention on Paramatma and goes into Samadhi. The Jivatma merges in the Paramatma. Paramatma alone is there. One behind the many. There is one and one alone. There are not many. Many is an illusion. It is called Maya, means something which appears which is not there. As for Onkara, Bhagavad Gita says in the 8th chapter, Om Ekaksharam Brahma. Om is a single letter. It is a symbol of Brahman. So what shall I do, sir? Vyaharan, do the Ucharana. And Ucharana means these 3 methods or 4 methods we have described. How? Manusmaran. Contemplating on me, you must do that Onkara. Who am I? Aham Atma Gudakesha Sarvabhuta Sestitaha. I am the Atma Swarupa residing in the hearts of all people, all jivas. And so what happens? Chajan Deham, leaving this body, Yaprayati, a big journey is there for you at the time of death. Chajan Deham, that is at the time of death. Yaprayati, there is a big journey. Sayati Paramangatin, you will get directly to me. You will get moksha. You will arrive at Satchidananda Parabrahman. So he is guaranteeing, if you practice Onkara through your lifetime, at the end, at the time of death, you will come to me only. Because while doing Onkara, you are contemplating on me. And I am Satchidananda Parabrahman. So this is the message given by Lord Krishna, the creator of the universe. This Brahman is pregnant energy, intelligent energy. And it is manifesting, they say, it is not manifesting, it is appearing like this. Due to Chitta Vrittis. Each fellow having Chitta Vrittis in himself, so he is influenced by that and he is seeing the world. And each has got his own world. Each has got his own world. He is not one world and many people seeing the same world, no. Each is seeing his own world, as many worlds as there are beings. The world of the lion, the world of the deer is different. The world of the mosquito and the fly is different. Your world and my world is different. So as many worlds as there are beings. Hologram again. Each having whole in the parts. Okay, sir, this is what Atma Parisodhana Yoga Sadhana is.
What can we do to help remind them over and over again in this way?
This is what you are doing the best way. You have recorded what I have said. and you present it to an audience of youngsters, for example. They put it the CD or DVD and they all hear what's going on. And some of them maybe become interested. What is this I am? I would like to find out. And so on. And while talking about Patanjali Maharshi, he said that if you overcome this and become a Sakshi Chaitanya and purify your mind, concentrate your mind, develop your willpower, and there are methods by which you can do extraordinary feats. The body is attracted by the gravitational force, but there are methods by which you can simply rise your body, travel in the air without aeroplane. This is possible, he says. And in our Puranas, we have got the stories of Narada going, and even in Parikshit Maharaj's case, he suddenly learns that he is going to die within a week. And he asks, can I get moksha within a week? We don't know. You ask Sukha Maharshi. Where is Sukha Maharshi? Sukha Maharshi is in Badrinath, in the Himalayas. And without a cell phone, he sends a message. And without a cell phone, he hears that message and comes immediately to Parikshit Maharaj, asks, what do you want from me? Why did you call me? And he narrates his story. And can I get moksha within a week? Yes, certainly. What should I do? Nothing. You simply hear Bhagavata. Sir, who will tell that Bhagavata? I will tell myself. I heard it from my father, daddy. Vyasa Maharshi has written that. Okay, please, I will arrange that. He arranged it. There is an audience. Parikshit Maharaja is there among the audience. And Sukha Maharshi is the teacher. And what a type of teaching? You should not move. You should hear his story only. You should not divert your attention for biscuit, bake and all that. No tiffin, no potion and all that. Go on hearing, that's all. Just as you heard for this 1 or 2 hours. But it is not a 2-hour business. It is a 1-week business. For 1 week we went on telling. For 1 week the audience was there hearing without distractions. And Parikshit Maharaja got moksha, it seems. But then the point is, how did he come here, Sukha Maharshi? How did he learn the message, the question? That means when you become this Satchidananda Brahman, and if you still have a body, you will have extraordinary powers, because you know that you are non-body, non-material. You can convert your form into energy, that is what it is. And then there go somewhere and reassemble the waves into a form. Is it possible? That is what you see daily. In the TV you are seeing the film of somebody in America, Obama, you can see here. How is it possible? Obama is being converted into energy waves and projected in that television relay station. And the waves go everywhere. Anywhere in the world you can capture those waves and then reassemble them. The TV does it. And then you see the form. You hear the words. This is what the yogis have been saying. Even if you live in a cave, if you are projecting good thoughts, they will invade the entire world. Is it not? Radio station is there. It relays a song or something. You put on to that wavelength, you hear that here with your radio thing, or the TV and so on. So this is the example. They are doing at the mechanical, material level. They are talking at the mental level. Psychologically, you can convert yourself into what? Into energy waves. And you can, you can, without the help of TVs and all these instruments, reassemble yourself and then appear to people in a physical form. So we must be able to do that. You will be able to do that. And you can live underwater. You can live under the earth. You can travel in the air. You can remain in fire and fire will not hurt you. See, I got CDs on those people living in fire. Nothing happens to them. And levitation, I will show you now itself. So that in this atmosphere, perhaps you will be ready to accept it to some extent at least.
apart from young people, we also want to establish a dialogue between science and spirituality. Because it's important in today's world that rational spirituality, which can be approached in this scientific way, and the limits of science talk to each other more. Right? How can we do that in a better way today? How can we help that happen more?
Yes, the same way. That is Vedanta on one side and the science discoveries on the other side. You bring them together and explain the way. At any place you find science and spirituality, both of them are there. In any situation. You talk about anything in the world, you'll have both of them. We don't have a separate spiritual world and separate science world. World is world, and world is both spiritual and science. And not only that, there is no secular world and spiritual world. What you call secular world also is spiritual, and what you call spiritual is secular. It depends upon how you look at it. We have just now seen, you can look at the man. There is a figure in the Buddhist literature. 5 figures are there. In one figure, you see the ordinary human being. In another figure, you will see the bones only. Skeleton is there. That is what we see in X-ray photos. And then you see the cellular photo. Cells are visible. And the fourth one, where molecules are visible. And the fifth one, only empty space there. Only number is there, 5. It seems Buddha had this ability. They call it a wisdom eye, philosophic eye, and so on and so forth. That is, if you have got a microscopic eye, you can see the cells. Cells are there, but they are not visible because you have got eyes which are very, very weak and powerless. See that? And if you have got X-ray eyes, you can see the bones.
Okay.
There was a famous guru.
Is it recording? Okay.
By name Paramanandaya. He had 10 disciples. They are great idiots, his disciples. But they think that they are very intelligent, clever. They think so. One day the guru was going out somewhere, and he asked the disciples, take care of the house, take care of the doors particularly, and they went away. What he meant was, be watchful or something like that. But after they went away, they discussed among themselves. He is very particular about the doors. So we must see that the doors are preserved properly. And so they immediately removed the doors and kept it inside in a safe place. After some days, the guru came. To his astonishment, the doors are not there for the doorway. Well, he asked him, what is it? What has happened to the door? Sir, you have instructed us to take care of the doors. We have taken the doors out and kept them in a safe place inside the house. Such is the great intelligence of the disciples. They on one occasion went to a particular place which is beyond the river. And going to the river, they found that it is in floods, fast flowing water. But they wanted to carry out the instruction of the guru. They had to cross the river and go to the other side. So, daring the fast flowing waters, they crossed the river. But after crossing the river, they got a doubt whether all the 10 has reached the other bank or any of them is carried away by the fast flowing river. So they counted. Only 9 were present. Another fellow counted. Only 9 were present. One by one, all of them counted. Each one got only the 9 number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. So they were certain that that fellow, 10th fellow is missing. So they began weeping. Oh, one fellow is lost. Unfortunately, this bloody river has carried away one fellow because only 9 are there. 10th fellow is missing. And then one wise gentleman like Rajaji was going that way. He asked them, why are you weeping? I told him, we are inseparable friends, disciples of the same teacher, Guru. And we crossed this river and one fellow was carried away. He saw, all the 10 are there. So he realized what their mistake was. So he said, all right, all 10 of you stand, I will count. They stood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 they said. Oh, we found the 10th fellow. So they were very happy. They jumped and said, Oh, 10th fellow who was missing previously now. So like that, this is a story about ourselves. We search for God, we search for happiness everywhere, but not within. If you search within, you will have both the God and the happiness with you. But nobody is doing that. Everybody is running after happiness. I want a TV for happiness, house for happiness, husband, wife, children. They want all these things so that they may be happy. But once they come, soon they realize that it carries unhappiness also. Every happiness is carrying unhappiness. So far as objective world is concerned. But then one fine morning a guru comes and tells them, give up all these things. Come to our ashram, go within, do japa, do tapas. And if you try to obey him and carry out his wishes, and soon they find that what they have been searching all the while is here now within, in your own heart, as pure I am. So they discovered the pure I am and all remained eternally happy. So that is the story of the 10 fools of a great teacher. One day, one fellow who was by profession a thief, he went to an ashram. He is a devotee also. He is a thief, also devotee. So he went to the ashram and the Swamiji was getting ready for a journey. And he saw bundles and bundles of 100-rupee notes. He was packing it in the trunk. He said, Swamiji has got so much money. I must help him. He should not carry so much weight. So he thought and showed Swamiji, where are you going? I am going to that such and such a place. Is that so? I am also going. Only there is one step before. Is that so? I want to help you, Swamiji. You are carrying so much of luggage. I will come with you. Please come. I want help. I know you are a good fellow. You come with me. And then he took this particular trunk in which these notes were packed. And it was all locked soundly. And the keys he kept with himself, the Swamiji. They got into the train. And carefully this fellow also entered inside carrying this trunk and other luggage, kept them in the suitable place. And whenever the Swamiji got down for getting some drink or for some refreshment or going into the latrine or bathroom, this fellow searched for the keys. He searched his pockets everywhere when he was sleeping or toilet and so on. Nowhere could he find the keys. He was surprised. I saw him keeping the keys with himself. But in the shirt, etc., in the pockets, it is not there. What happened to it? Where did he hid it? So cleverly, intelligently. So he was puzzled. He could not find it. And the station where he has to get down, his station was earlier, and was about to go, Swamiji, I am a thief. I saw you packing this money, so I thought of helping you by reducing your weight. And whenever you went this way and that way, I searched your baggage and your pockets. I could not find the keys. I am very curious now where you have placed those keys. Please tell me that. I am getting out. No harm will happen from me. Swamiji said, I know you are a thief, though a devotee. I know why you are coming with me. So I carefully kept the keys under your pillow. So you please give those keys and go and get down. So he kept the keys under the pillow, that very thief. He is searching everywhere, but not under his pillow. So the man wants happiness. Man wants God and all that. But he is searching everywhere, but not in his own heart. So such foolishness you must give up. That is the message of Vedanta. Right? So there are so many stories like this, where the Guru wants to draw the attention of the disciples or devotees to the fact that the search must be within themselves, and they must develop a concentrated, a pure, introverted mind. Pure mind, introverted mind, concentrated mind. This is what they want. And he wants you to develop your willpower also. Without strong will, you cannot achieve anything in the world. With a strong will, you can achieve anything, good, bad, or whatever it is. And this applies even in the spiritual field. Okay? That's it.
Hi Vandana.
Hi Raja.
How are you?
How are you?
Good, thank you. We're having a wonderful conversation with Yogi Protoplasm, who is your teacher.
He's my guru, yeah.
Guru.
Yeah.
And tell us about how you met him.
I met him in Rishikesh. I was doing a 3-month course, Vedanta course there. But at that time I had 15 years of some trauma. Doctors had ruined my life. I had no illness. It's a long story. I was framed. But the point was that that 15 years of medication had mentally made me, I was in pieces, a mental wreck. So the Vedanta was not really going into my head, but I was there enjoying the Ganga. So one day by real kripa, I would say God's grace, I met Yogi Protoplasm. And I went to him and I just started relating my problems on and on and on, you know, the same thing again and again. And he shut me up. He said, shut up. I'm not interested in listening to your problems. The root cause of any damn problem is attachment to this perishable body, and you're not this perishable cage, you're that Satchidanand Atma. And you're not talking of Satchidanand Brahman, you're talking of this problem, that problem, shut up. And she said, shut up and chant Om with me. So hypnotically I sat down with him. I don't know what magnetic power he had, and I sat down and 1 hour Om and 2 hours Om, and 2 hours I think I kept sitting and chanting Om, Om, Om. And I don't know, the mind which was in pieces suddenly felt very peaceful. So then the next day again I went back to his room, 2 hours, I used to skip the Vedanta long lectures and go to his room and sit and do chanting. Om, Om, Om. And he was stuck in Rishikesh for 10 days. He doesn't stay in one place long, but he was stuck there, I think by some grace for me. So 10 days of chanting Om, 2 hours, 3 hours, Om, Om, Om. At the end of 10 days, my face was glowing, my mind had become so peaceful. I had forgiven all those doctors, and then I related my whole story to him, my life's trauma and everything. And then he said, you have no illness. These doctors, because your dad is an industrialist, they've taken you for a ride. He gave me Deepak Chopra's book Quantum Healing, which talks of the side effects of antidepressants, and he said, now you don't have any illness, leave these medicines slowly, don't leave them suddenly, because if you leave them suddenly you go into psychosis. So my eyes opened, and then 15 years of trauma just vanished. And then I was at a turning point. I was planning to go for some 3-year Vedanta course where they would teach just Sanskrit shlokas and long lectures. And he said, that's KG class, you come for my camp, which is PhD class. So I said, what is your camp? He said, 7 days silence, 9 hours meditation, 2 hours lectures. So I said, do you think I'll survive? He said, no, you will survive. So I went for that camp to Himachal Pradesh, and by God's grace, I got experiences by Guru's kripa, that I'm not this perishable body, I'm that pure Satchidanand Atma, whole being filled with bliss and peace and joy, So, and I've been listening to lectures from the age of 13, this mission, this ashram, it was all intellectual, bookish knowledge. And when problems came in my life, I was mentally shattered. They did not help me. But this Om chanting stabilized my mind, gave it peace, and ultimately gave me experiences of Satchidanand also, which is, So it's they say, ठोकर से ठाकुर की ओर मुड़ गए. अगर ठोकर ही लग ठाकुर मिल जाए, तो it's a blessing in disguise, So that was it. So meeting Yogi Protoplasm was the turning point of my life. He healed my life, gave it a new meaning and direction, and it's my dream that the way he takes his camps. Because see, there's a lot of Shravana happening. In Vedanta, there are 3 steps.
What is Shravana?
There are 3 steps in sadhana: Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Shravana is when you hear the scriptures. Manana is you reflect on them. Nididhyasana is when you do intense meditation to realize the truth. But what is happening nowadays, a lot of ashrams, a lot of lectures are going on, Gita lecture or this lecture. But Manana, Nididhyasana, nobody makes you do. But in Swamiji's 1-week camp, you're getting all 3, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. You hear his lectures 2 hours a day, plus you get time to do Manana Nididhyasana. 9 hours you have to sit in meditation. And 3 o'clock in the morning he wakes you up himself. 3:30 to 6:30 is first meditation class, and then 8 to 11, 3 to 9 hours meditation, and only milk and fruits to eat. Tapasvi makes you do. Because actually jnana is only one line, aham brahmasmi tattvamasi, you're not this perishable body, you're the one atma, pure atma, one and all. But where is the experience? To experience that, the tapas is needed, because Swamiji says from many births you have hypnotized yourself with the idea I'm this body. Now you're trying to de-hypnotize yourself, and I'm not this, I'm that. So you have to do tapas. So it was just a turning point in my life, and it's my dream now. Just Goenkaji made Vipassana into a global movement and set camps, so that Swamiji's camp should also be a global movement. We should set systems, and so that everybody on the planet can access and experience what the benefit I received. Also, that's my dream. Hopefully, it will come true one day.
For a young person who is, going through either trauma or spiritual hunger, right? What would be your advice on the first step?
Om, it has been proved, even if people are not interested in moksha and Atma, Paramatma, but it has been scientifically proved as healing powers. Doctors in America are using Om pre-surgery, post-surgery for healing in hospitals, and a lot of scientific research has proven that it cuts stress in psychosomatic diseases. There are many benefits. So I would say that everybody wants health and a stress-free life. You should at least invest 20 minutes morning chanting Om and 20 minutes evening. And Swamiji says don't chant mechanically, chant with devotion and inquiry. Devotion because you are invoking the blessings of the Lord of the universe, and inquiry, who am I? Am I this perishable body? Whether you become Mittal or Ambani or whatever, it will certainly disease and die one day. Or am I that divine, eternal, imperishable soul, one and all? Today in India, the tragedy of our times is we are one of the most corrupt countries on the planet today, because in the name of secularism, all our spiritual heritage and knowledge has been wiped out. We are not taught anything in our schools and colleges. If I know anything about the greatness of the Om Mantra, or the Mandukya Upanishad, or the Bhagavad Gita, I know it thanks to my Guru. We are not taught anything in our schools and colleges. It's a national tragedy. And that's why secularism doesn't mean teaching no religion. Secularism means you should have knowledge of all religions and learn to respect the differences. So, that's another campaign we want to start. We fight with the government, because everybody's talking about corruption and female feticide and blah blah. There are many problems on the planet, but the root cause is lack of spiritual awakening. So if we awaken society spiritually, then we can tackle any problem on the planet.
I think it's a great vision.
And also, there's a Japanese doctor called Dr. Emoto. He did experiments on water. So he took 2 jars of water. 1 jar he abused for 3 hours. 1 jar he gave mantras and prayers for 3 hours. Then he froze them. The one which he abused produced deformed crystals. The one which was given mantras and prayers produced diamond-shaped crystals. Now the fetus is 90% water. So in ancient times, Garbh Sanskar theory was well prevalent. Pregnant mothers would do sadhana